Joe Nemechek, the leader, as the field's in the trial.
And trouble! 89 car. Stan Barrett gets tagged, goes across the racetrack. Elliott Sadler's involved. David Green, Andy Santerre, the yellow car's involved.
And we can show you what happened.
Ever see the Stanton Barrett car? The white car goes down, tags the 66 of Sadler. Now he's going back across the racetrack right in front of David Green. Goes up, hits the outside retaining wall. Now Green's going to come off the racetrack. The other car's trying to make the evasive moves. Oh, he drives right in the side of the yellow car of Santerre.
Wow.
See the cars, never see Stanton Barrett. Stanton Barrett comes up and gets tagged by Lyndon Amick, I believe.
Yeah, Stan tried to come up into a hole that wasn't there, and that's just not being able to feel where the cars are sometimes. Then you can see the cars go up the racetrack, down the racetrack, back up the racetrack again. A few drivers did an incredible job. Santerre did an incredible job, just got caught from the
bottom of the racetrack in the 19 car. Oh, got that! And Phil Parsons is running away.
You're fine. Good job, buddy. All right, Bernie, you got a little bit. Good job.
Mark Martin's in the crash. 32 car Jeff Green's in the crash. Michael Waltrip, Wayne Grubb, Matt Kenseth is in the crash.
Wow. Front on the restart here that hadn't pitted. Then you had cars that had. And when you have that, it's right here. Here's Phil Parsons down on the inside. Just a little bit of a nudge from right there behind him. He goes back up the racetrack, pins Lyndon Amick, and as you see, the racetrack, these guys are already running 3 or 4 wide. They're out in the grass. It's a trial. As they come through the grass and shoot back out, look at all the debris going straight up in the air here. We'll see another angle in a minute. These guys are running through into each other as they come out of the grass back up onto the racetrack. You see Phil Parsons get nudged right here.
That's a 64 car of Jeffrey Bodine, and right behind him was Skinner. Parsons up into Amick, and then everything. No one. Here's Parsons trying to keep it out. Amick comes across. There's contact with the 5 and the 22.
And look at the cars running into each other in the grass. And when they run into each other in the grass, the racetrack comes back up on them because it's a trial. So they come back across, and they all end up past the start-finish line, all in a pile right down here.
There's Mark Martin backwards down there.
All right, I said Labonte had taken the lead before Marty talked to Ricky Rudd. Guess what? He didn't take the lead. As a matter of fact, Jimmy McMurray still has it. Here goes Jimmy Spencer. Oh,
big trouble on the front stretch. 5, 6 cars involved. Kevin Harvick's in it. Ward Burton, Ricky Craven, Robbie Gordon. It's Bobby Hamilton sliding across the grass. And still others. Oh, one car on fire down in turn 1.
They come off the corner 3 wide. Ward Burton, Kyle Petty get together.
They got in the grass. Yep. Whoever that was. Top of Bodine got that left side tires in the grass like we talked about earlier. You don't want to do because it's so wet down there. And it shot them right back up the racetrack into traffic. Watch here. Yeah, I kind of got the end of it there. Or after he's already been in the grass.
That white car on the outside, Jeff Green.
And Harvick takes some air here.
And the 44 car, Jerry Nadeau down through the grass. I'm surprised he didn't get stuck there as muddy as it was.
I think he had momentum on his side.
Whoa! No, Johnson's out of it. He can't go. Big wreck going to happen here on the front straight. No, man. You are kidding me? Ah.
Did the one break.
Next.
With me, gave me a couple opportunities to try to find a gear, and it's locked out and won't go into gear for some reason. So I was still that way at the end, and I couldn't drive the car in. I don't think I'm all that damaged, but unfortunately, lost a shot at winning.
Saying if he came out or not, but these are guys that are trying to make the race. Oh, we got trouble.
I think it's raining. It's raining over there.
It is raining on
Cars
the back straightaway.
All over the racetrack.
Caution's out. What happened here?
Mike Bliss, one of those that broke free. You see the 97 of Joe Nemechek and heavy damage.
That's Benny Gordon, the 91 car.
To Benny Gordon.
Tread on these tires, folks, so when you hit something slick, hydroplanes, I mean, it's just like being on ice.
Saw Eric McClure in the 14 car, nowhere to go.
And as you mentioned, Jeff, these cars probably weren't up to 140 or 50 miles an hour at this point. And you can see all the damage to these cars at those kind of speeds. And they would have been at 190 to 200.
To lose an engine and a spin.
Daryl Waltrip leads him to the stripe. 2 cars tangle, one of them Yarborough. Now several cars involved as we've got a melee coming off of the 4th turn. It began when one car started to have an engine go at the conclusion of the lap as he entered turn 4. And now you can see the results of that as oil sprayed on the track. Yellow flag, caution period here at Daytona.
Okay. Watch. Yeah. Wicky and Yarborough. Denny, there was 2 more.
Look at Alan Kowicki's car, and keep an eye at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. That's Kowicki. He lost control, John, I think because an engine let go.
Yes, and he collected Cale Yarborough, and of course Cale pinned this other car, let's see, that's car number 90, Benny Parsons, who was gathered up, and then we see the chain reaction back in the pack. Kowicki slides back across the track, collects 2 more cars. They get into each other, and it's
a chain reaction accident. Now from inside Benny Parsons' car.
You can see Benny hold his hand up there. He knew something was going on. He saw Kowicki. Bang! He gathers him. He gets slammed into the wall by Cale, spinning around, and of course Benny's day is over.
And you can see too just how violent those impacts are as Benny was slammed around in the cockpit, pitched sideways twice there in that very short.
All 3 cars are touching as they come down through the tri-oval, but everybody maintains position.
Wow.
Oh no, Saxon's in trouble.
And takes Penny with him.
And we're going to have a terrific crash here as nearly all the field is going to be involved in this crash. There are only about 10 or 12 cars that survive this melee just past the starting line.
When you have cars that near to the front, you get in trouble into the tri-oval here, and they get together once again, and around they go, and then everybody starts getting involved. See, the track is just closed up. There's nowhere for people to go.
Looks like that Derek Cope and Greg Sachs made contact just prior to Greg losing control. Very reminiscent of a crash in the 125 event here a year ago at Daytona.
And it looks like we're going to red flag the race. Here they go again.
Strickland. A massive crash coming off turn number 3.
The racetrack is completely blocked. There's Dale Earnhardt backing down the racetrack.
Daryl Waltrip is involved. Dale Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd, Bobby Hillin, King Richard almost flipped, but he is among those that is running.
There's Earnhardt's car. We see some heavy damage to the left front. Coming off the corner, Ernie runs up and just touches the 12 car in the back enough to send him spinning. Hunt almost saves it, but then he goes back across the racetrack, and look at Richard go over the nose of that 5 car. Here comes Earnhardt. He hits the 5. The 42 car comes off the wall, and boom, Daryl Waltrip hits the 42 car and then goes into the inside retaining wall.
I'll tell you, it's lucky that somebody didn't hit the abutment there separating the racetrack and pit road.
Here it is again, Hutt up high. And you see, when they're coming off that turn, fellas, they can't just cut those cars to the left and get out of the way because the momentum is going to the outside of the track. And so when something's in the way out there, they just aren't able to do much with the cars.
There we see the 42 car once again right in the smoke as he comes off.
Now, I have to keep my eye on Dale Jarrett. You know, he's sort of coming down through there for the 4th time today. He has weaved his way through one of those things.
Tight running as they've been all day.
Jeff Gordon there in the 24 comes over, touches the 98 car.
Gets into Marlin.
He hit John Andretti first, and it looked like it triggered just a chain reaction. You see Earnhardt in trouble there. He makes contact on Gordon.
Here's Trickle.
There's Trickle going backwards. You see the roof flaps employ.
There's Jarrett way down in the grass in 88 and up in the air. Jeremy Mayfield.
Car number 37. And there's Jimmy Spencer. And there's Marlin.
There was a car hooked onto Marlin's hood. There's Jarrett sliding back up on the track as Steve Grissom whizzes by up near the wall.
Watch John Andretti's car right there, coming over and touching Jeff Gordon. That initiated it.
Gordon went into the 4-car of Sterling Marlin. Gordon hits Earnhardt. Spencer, 31 car, Mike Skinner gets involved. And Jeremy Mayfield, his car goes up and over. There's Jarrett down on the inside. He slides back up on the track.
On the racetrack, a lot of sand trouble. Turn 1.
Big crash in the center of the field. Collecting 2, 3 cars as they broke away that have really been hammered. Several others involved.
Caution is out, but Jarrett and Gordon want to win the first lap.
Again, as Bobby Hamilton also pits. Here's where it happened, going into turn 1, first lap.
Well, right up in this area is where it started. Some contact made with Daryl Waltrip. It looked like the car number 30 of Johnny Benson got into him, buddy.
Exactly what happened. And once it started, it was a chain reaction. And these guys here, they're along for the ride. No way to miss it.
Watch it again.
Okay, let's watch in this area right here. There you see the contact between the yellow car, the number 30 of Johnny Benson, and Daryl Waltrip in the chrome car, number 17. And there's Earnhardt spinning. He's down on the inside, spinning down next to the wall, and other cars back here getting involved as well. As Buddy said, it's a chain reaction type of a deal.
It'll be 17 laps to go, and they come.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Around goes the 38, the 4, the 1, the 33.
Look out pit road, look out pit road, look out pit road.
The 46, the 95, and the 12.
You know, that's a place we've not normally seen the big wreck breakout, right in the middle of the trial.
Bottom of your screen.
It's like Mike Wallace got a little bit loose right there, like you talked, Daryl, and then came back up into the car that was on the outside of it.
Yeah, he bounced off a biffle, and when he did, there was a car under him, and they got together, and then away they went.
Of course, half the field's behind him here shortly after a restart.
Boy, everybody jacked up from behind him.
Tell you what, the tri-oval here, I know people, you know, you just don't realize how you're going 190 mile an hour through a tri-oval that's got 14 degrees of banking. It can suck you around in a hurry.
This would be look.
I liked it when we were battling and racing, and that's why when we got in the back, we kept trying to go to the bottom to get to the front.
Oh, trouble on the racetrack, trouble way up high, and we now have the big one here with 44 laps to go, the 5-car involved. McMurray is there. Rudiman is involved.
7-car got it.
A lot of torque race cars here. Watch the 12 in front of the 43 of Bobby Labonte.
Looks like Bobby Labonte just lost the car up against the wall.
Yeah, Bobby really didn't have anybody around him. It looks like they just maybe a possibility a right front tire went down, or the car just got flat out from underneath him and got loose. It just took off.
As much grip as these cars have, as good as they handle, I can't believe that you just actually lose the car like that without having some kind of a problem.
Car just abruptly turned left. It came all the way down and got Kyle Busch. That chain reaction then gets Robbie Gordon and then several others.
And Matt Kenseth has got a big piece of that. Got his car tore up, got the right front.
Around goes Vickers.
Oh, no, another one.
Low, watch me, both sides, come on.
Oh, this is wiping out half the field.
This is a big one on the backstretch at Phoenix.
Look at that.
Brian Vickers got sideways and then was perpendicular to the field. There's his silver car.
Yeah, the first time I saw this, I thought when he got sideways that maybe the 56 got into him, but I don't think he did now. I think it was just from Matt getting into the 83 of Vickers and getting him loose. And it's, you know, we've seen cars have trouble off of 2 over there. It must be really slick up high.
Now we'll look at crash in turn 1.
Huge crash, unbelievable crash.
Kyle Busch got into the back of Casey Kane. Kane got turned into the wall as Busch tried to change lanes.
Just gets on that right rear corner, and then Casey comes off corrects and comes right into the side of the 18 car of Kyle Busch, and then it's on from there.
Yeah, a lot of 16.
A lot of drivers running from third on back were involved in that.
Boy, Danica Patrick does a nice job of avoiding contact.
Back to 3 wide bottom. Caution down. Go to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. All the way. Stop right here. Watch right in front of you. I can't see.